You got stood up. Now, to be fairly honest with you, I've been stood up multiple of times. But trust me, when I say this, I come from experience. So let's start. We're just gonna keep it simple today. Stood up. Listen, I understand. You probably went out, boom, you hit you already had they don't see the thing women don't understand is you had to build up enough courage to even say something to whatever girl you interested in. Everybody think that we walk around as dudes. I don't know why women believe that the average guy or even maybe even some above just walk around getting girls. We just get girls. Women, if you believe that we just get girls, you are sadly mistaken. We have a very hard time getting girls being average guys, especially if you're below, just we basically give it up, right? But the thing is, they don't understand how much courage is built up just to go speak to them. You know what I mean? Some women want to be pursued and chased and all this stuff like that. But no, we don't even be thinking about none of that stuff because we like, bro, I don't even know what to first say to you. I don't even know how you might perceive me. You know what I mean? You know, you can call it insecure if you want, but it's just, you're nervous, you don't know what to say, you don't know what to say, bro. And we don't want to mess it up either, especially if it's somebody we feel like we're very interested in, at least off the visual appeal, right? So the thing is, as a guy, bro, let's say, for instance, bro, you hit a girl, there are usually some telltale signs when you can kind of tell, like, it's not going to go the way you want it to. But it's never the day, it's never the days before, it's always the day of. That'd be the big problem. You always get stood up on the day of, and the signs only pop up on the day of. For example, you might hit up sometime, let's say 3 days, but you hit up, boom, boom, 3 days later, you go out, that's for the date, right? She really texting slow. Oh, she busy a little bit. Some pop up in the day, but she still is telling you. She's giving you the hints and signs. She's telling you in some ways that she's still available to go. Right? This has happened to me multiple times. Whatever. So boom. So you like, dang, I got a date. You look back at Keshawn videos. You like, bro, I'm finna get my hygiene right. I'm finna go and brush my teeth right. Make sure I wash my body right. Make sure I put on this lotion, colognes and lotions right. I got my rollies. I done cleaned out the truck. You know what I'm saying? Or the car. If y'all got a car, I gotta clean my vehicle out. Boom. I got the date planned. It might, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the date is, and you could do the date that I just gave y'all, you know, the park situation, da 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 da. Or you might just have something completely different. Whatever works for you and your budget, hey, whatever. You planned everything out. You did everything you're supposed to do. Boom, what happened? You might have pulled up on them, which I've done. You might have pulled up to the location. You might have pulled up on her to pick her up. You might even just been at the house waiting on her to say, hey, I'm ready. Or you was like, you texting her, boom. Hey, are you ready to go? You know, I'm ready. Or hey, I'm on the way to pick you up. You ready? Or anything. And it just goes silent. Silent. Trust me, especially if you, man, I done pulled up to the place a couple of times, bro. No responses. You already there. I remember I tried to go out bowling with somebody. This is facts. I tried to go out bowling with somebody, bro. I went to the location. They was gonna pull up and all that. Da, 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 da. I go bowling. They ain't even there. I just go ahead and start bowling. I'm like, yeah, I just do it for me. I'm supposed to have a date, but I'll just go ahead and start. I get by a couple rounds in. No words, no messages. Didn't pull up nothing. Nothing. And then and the thing is, the people at the alley, they feel bad for me. They're like, man, I ain't even gonna text you for it, bro. Da, da, da. I was like, appreciate it, man. You know, whatever. People be feeling bad. The thing is, though, this is how you have to handle getting stood up, though. See, what you do is just a couple of things. If you're still interested in that person, which I'm honest with you, I'm gonna tell you number one. How about this? Never, if you pull up to their location, like to pick them up, don't tell them you got 5 minutes. If they don't come outside after you say I'm there and they respond, leave. 5. Yes. The girls be very inconsiderate about that. They don't understand how annoying it is to just be waiting outside of their random apartment or home, whatever it is. It's very nerve-wracking. And for somebody like me, I don't come from easy places. Man, you got 5 minutes, man. And I done waited so long before. You got 5 minutes with me now. Don't let 5 minutes and pull off. Period. Okay? If she don't come out 5 minutes. Now, if you there, you text and she still ain't responding, same thing. 5 minutes. And if she did respond, you can give up. Like, hey, I'm finna, hey, come on now. What's up? You don't have to press you. Say, hey, you ready? You okay? You can say that. You okay? You good? Yeah, I gotta come in there. But now you playing my time. That's number one. Don't give them no more than 5 minutes, right? Let's say for instance this. Let's say for instance you already got stood up, whatever. Boom. You get with if you're still interested in them, like she looked that good or whatever it was, don't go and be pressed about being stood up. You say, you might hit it like this. This is my thing, really. I say something like maybe, you know, hey, you didn't have to say anything. You could say no, or you were busy, or something came up. Just, you know, keep me informed this time. It'll be okay. You know, something like that. Make sure you put a nice happy emoji in there. You know what I mean? Now, if she cool, if she really want to vibe with you, if she want to really go out with you, she gonna hit you back. I'm sorry, or whatever the case is. Da 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 da. You see what I'm saying? But you always have to initiate I'm okay, you're okay, but let's be mature. You see what I'm saying? That's your assertiveness. That's your maturity. You gotta show maturity in these situations. Get mad fast now. Man, she's still me up. It ain't gonna do nothing, bro. I promise you, it's not gonna do nothing. Now, if you're not interested in a girl, you know what you can do. Just be quiet, leave it alone, never talk to her again. You know what I mean? Hey, it's just that simple. You know, especially if you're somebody you got on social media or something like that, you can choose 2 routes. You can do the block in and just never speak to an outlet. Me personally, I don't really take nothing to heart like that, so I can just keep letting it ride. I'm used to getting stood up. I'm gonna be honest with you. I am. Now, cool. But this is the thing too. See, the women's perspective will get stood up. See, women get stood up too. Women get stood up. See, and women, when I say this to y'all, there's a level of maturity you gotta take. Same route. Now, if you're really interested in the guy, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you, ladies. You get a little bit more leeway with me when it comes to getting stood up. If a guy stands you up, cut it out. Now, there are circumstances that you can give them chances if you would like. Some things do happen. I want to acknowledge. Emotions flood, things do happen. If it's somebody you like, ladies, go ahead and give them maybe one more chance. One more chance, plan out a time so you can know, hey, we going out this day. Or we going out this time, whatever the case is, right? You can give them another chance. But if somebody stands you up, I don't care how much you like them. If you're not willing to give them another chance, don't give them messages. Why you stand me up? You ain't do that. That's not mature. It's not mature. Let it go. You say, hey, this is what you do. You know, I really got ready. You know, you probably went in there. I know how y'all get down. You know, it takes a couple hours to get ready for real. The way y'all be working stuff, especially if it's a guy you like. You probably went in there. You probably went to the store or something, or had somebody grab something. You got your little perfume. You probably got a whole new outfit, some little shoes, some accessories. You know what I mean? You cleaned up the room before you left. You know what I'm saying? You cleaned the room, cleaned the house, whatever the case is. Like prepped and prom. Prepped and prom. When in the mirror, you was singing. You was on live. You had the music in the back. Doing your finger like that. 'Cause that's the girl. Y'all doing that all up in that. You was doing all that, ready for this day, just for the day to come. Either he ghosted or he hit you with the sun came up, whatever. You got to think about the type of person that asked you out on a date too. Look at their character, look at their demeanor. The person you talk to, is what they're telling me, is the excuse they're giving me possible or pleasable for that? Like, is that something that seems, even if you don't fully know them, is that something that seems true? You got to gauge it. You know, you got to like just look at them, how they talk, their mannerisms. Is that something that seemed like that might have been what that was, or they BS? You know what I mean? So cool, you got to gauge it. But ladies, don't get in the messages. Either you give them another chance, say, hey, I understand completely. Give them another shot, and you go at it, and hopefully it work the next time. But if it's somebody you really don't care for, same thing. Don't acknowledge it. Whatever the case is. But ladies, I feel it's a little different for y'all. I try to think of it in y'all mindset, because I know that y'all have, in my opinion, the emotions. You know what I mean? You know, you don't have to cry about it, get upset about it. You say, hey, you know, he want the guy. That's just what it is, man. So, and ladies, y'all gotta stop standing guys up too. If you don't like somebody, don't accept the date. I'm gonna be real. If you don't like somebody, don't accept the date. Say, you know, visually, I'm just not attracted, or just inform them. And I don't know about these other guys, to be fairly honest with you. Me personally, I'm not a guy to come off immediately thinking about intercourse. So I know y'all probably get dates where people are just a little bit too handsy and, you know, H words, they just a little too much. Leave. It's the same. It's about the same as being stood up. If they pull up and their presentation ain't right, don't go on that date. Just leave. Like, I ain't doing this with you. Nah, you ain't got that type of. You ain't bring me no snack. You ain't bring me no flowers. Like first date, right? You didn't bring anything. Just you didn't even ask me what I like. It don't have to be flowers and a teddy bear or nothing like. They don't have to be. But the presentation, at least when you pull up the car clean, you see what I'm saying? You ain't bumping music loud in my neighborhood. You see what I'm saying? You get out, you open that door for me. You know what I mean? You might give me a little hug, make sure I'm walking on the right side of the road. But that's a different video. We ain't gonna get into that right now. But that'll be all, ladies. Like I say. Don't deal with the BS dudes. My guys out here, if y'all get stood up, keep it mature, keep it tough, and just, you know, keep rolling with the punches. But other than that, we trying to teach y'all how to handle getting stood up.